Hi everyone. Sorry for that. I better put my light. Hope it's okay. Let me see. A minute. I'll cut this part. So hey everyone, welcome to my live stream. The best decision ever took on self journey. So I'm so glad you're here. Today we are diving into the power of self love, personal growth, and how embracing self care can truly transform our life. I'll be sharing in some of the personal experiences, tips, and uplifting affirmation. I don't know where the camera is actually. Sorry for that. First, let's talk about where self love is so important, why self love is so important, and how is it is set the foundation for everything else in our lives. Then I'll share some practical steps on how to cultivate on self love every day. Feel free to drop your comment and thoughts in the chat. I'd love to hear some of your experiences to connect with you all. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe in the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of upcoming live session and content. Okay? I don't know where the camera actually is. This thing is so divert. Okay. Feel free to adjust it however you want and just know okay. So I don't know what you're saying in the live comment, like in the chat. If you have anything to ask, you can ask. And probably this time is 11:59, 27th of November 2025. So I wanna narrate on how I wanna narrate on how I took the best decision of self-love journey. So before that, I want to narrate on the things that before me, before I realized like I really need to change things. I I don't know where is the camera actually. I don't know. So don't worry about that. It's kinda like mirrored. So I don't understand. Oh God. But I'm kinda nervous right now. But thank you so much and feel welcomed. I hope the next video I'll take a good camera, then I'll narrate. But today I have to because I've decided I have to take to have consistency in this thing. Okay, maybe the first time it won't be that attracting, but I believe that's how you come for yourself. And in life, you don't need a lot of people to come for you. The only enemy we always tend to have is not that your friend, is not that your betrayal friend, is because you just gave them chance and they overlook in everything. So what I was saying, like basically you need to do like self love. You need to come through for yourself. Consistency is the key. No matter how difficult the situation seem to be, just remember you're the only friend. Whoever comes to your life is just like he or she will be there temporarily, even if they support you. Ask your days, ask yourself if something happens and everyone goes away, who will remain to help you? It's only you. So I'm doing this video on November 2025. Actually, it's already 12:02 a.m. and it's November 28th of 2025. So I'm doing this video not because I'm that strong. You see, even the camera is not that clear because I'm using my laptop, and this video is just like a mirror on the things I'll come. It's like a reminder and evidence that manifesting really works. And I believe, because I've taken this step, I've been telling myself I'm going to start a live, i'm gonna start I'm gonna start posting, I'm gonna be consistent, but I've never been. So because I've started today, no matter the quality, even if no one view, or even I get a one view, I'll thank, because this video is from my heart, and I believe everything's gonna be fine. So today what I want to talk about self-love is how I'm gonna tell you on the things that pushed me to talk about self-love, because I once was in a very, very toxic relationship and I didn't want to talk about it, but I want to talk briefly about it. First, I got my kid while I'm so young, on my teenager. I was 19 by that time, and that time later I came, and the baby daddy was very abusive, but I stayed there for almost 4 years. 4 years of abusive marriage, and it wasn't even a marriage. It was hell. So I remember this time, like, because I used to know this thing is bad, but this trauma bond that we were not meant to tackle with. That's why even it's good I'm talking about it right now. I just turned 26 on July 19, 2025. So it's basically some 7 years or 5 years ago. So where I just came out of the marriage like 3 years ago, and now I'm in Turkey. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this system that of not having self-love, people pleasing, having being an empath to people who ruin you a lot. Sorry about that, but I need to fix the light. I don't know, but let's do it that way. Okay, whatever I'm saying right now is I'm doing it for future. I'm gonna take this video, like, I'll just remind it, because I know by 6 months time my channel will have grown. I know. And this video I'm gonna come back and I'll need it very much. Now it's on November 28th, 2025. As I can show you the time. Let me yeah. So let me say this. Okay. What I was saying, I came from a marriage that was so abusive. So this time, the thing that made me to leave that place, I used to have a very abusive partner, and one day I found out I was pregnant again. But this guy, when I told him I'm pregnant, he was kinda discouraged because I already have one kid and she was 3 by that time. My daughter, by the way, she's called Amani. I love you, Mama, wherever you are. I'm very far, I'm miles away from you, but this video, I'm doing it for you, Mama. I love you very much. I love you very much. And I want you to support me on this. I don't know if I'm doing this for future. At least, Mom, I know you'll be watching me. And I wanna say this. I'm doing this video not to cry or not to feel bad, but to show myself I really need to be okay. I really need to fight for myself. I really need to be fine, and this is the best decision I know I've taken, because I've passed through demon storms and I've passed through them. Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is, so I came out of that relationship. Yeah, I was in that part saying about the pregnancy. So this guy comes. That time we were living in Jenga. If people know, it's a certain slum in Kenya. But I thank God, just everything happened and now I'm in another place. But there's still challenges, but it's better. Let me say it now. So this guy comes in the evening. I ask him for food because he had left us like literally 2 days without money, and we were starving, me and my daughter. I just borrowed him like 10 shillings. I told him 10 Kenyan shillings because they were selling some vegetables, kales, and I wanted to buy some kales. I had some maize flour. I wanted to cook ugali. For those who are in Kenya knows ugali. And I wanted to cook with kale. So I tell this guy, and you know that pregnancy thing. So this guy comes with 2 fish and he just eat in front of my baby. And I was like, you have left us. You have left us for 2 days. You don't care what we ate or what we didn't. Why are you even eating this fish in front of of the baby, and you're not giving the child? Then he came. He said, don't disturb me. Your work is to stay here to just give birth every time. And imagine that child was his. And he's telling me that. But no worry. So the story continues. This guy comes, then he slaps me after eating. And because of me, okay. I was feeling like, I don't know, if you're pregnant, you just feel your tongue is so heavy. The taste is so, like, you just feel it in your tongue. Yeah, the other side. You just feel like your saliva is so heavy, you wanna taste it. I remember this guy comes and slaps me. Then he pushed the baby. That's when I got angry and I tried to defend the baby. So I also hit him back. And it was kinda, I don't know, I hurt him. So he was like trying to show he's a man. He can't beat me, kick on the stomach. And my dear was pregnant and he knew about that. Let me tell you, I faced hell. I shouted, I cried. Now people, when he heard people they were coming, he ran away. The following day I went to report to a police station called Kware, and bad luck or stuff. I just felt like I'm weak. My legs are weak because of the beatings and stuff. Then bad luck, I miscarriage. The baby was big. You could see the baby, all the features, all the parts were available. So God. So I was like, even I didn't have strength to go out. So that baby was just there. I put the baby beside with to the mattress. I wanted him to see. Imagine the same day he just realized I had a miscarriage. Then he started shouting, you have killed my baby, you have killed my baby. Then he beats me again. That was when like I really needed to take a step and decide enough is enough. So I remember this time, like 2 weeks later, this guy had to run away because now I involved some people and they knew. They even saw the miscarriage, they saw the baby, and he was so scared he ran away. This time I had to look job to a certain guy. He used to have a ware store of selling potatoes, and and some pumpkins. So acha ujinga. Acha ni pause. So I was selling potatoes. This girl was called Baba Wangeshi, and that's when now I got some cash after I did a month. That's how I was able to sustain myself. Then luckily my sisters came and visit. Imagine they could even stay in my house because I had nothing, like literally where we could sleep. I remember this thing, like self love is very important. I used to, I used not even to think further that I could even one day believe that I will be in a better situation. I just accepted like everything was me, and I accepted the situation because now this time I was trauma bounded, and these guys are narcissists just taking advantage of you and your situation, and he made sure you would feel bad, and you'll always come back to yourself and say you are the problem. But this time now my sister came and they visited their friend. She was called, I don't want to say names here, but because that time I didn't even have a bed, I was sleeping down on the mattress. I want to show you how self love is very important, and self neglect can lead you to 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 just feel inferior about yourself. So I remember my sister took my baby and they went back to my home. Like a month later, I also did the extra job and got some tips and stuff. Da da da. I bought some. I bought now my suitcase. Imagine suitcase. I drew that suitcase, but it was a pink suitcase, a very big one, like this traveling plastic. Who it's the traveling bags, you know them. That was the first achievement of the thing that I ever did myself. And mind you, that time salary was only 6,000, I guess, and the bag was 4,500, no 700. And that was the achievement I saw I've ever did. So the remaining money I had to go back to my home and accepted like it can't work no more. But I came home, I started like my mom saw how I was and she pitied me, and she started like helping me on how to solve my problem. So she helped me travel to Turkey. Let me tell you, self abandonment can make you like, yo, that isn't even the worst part. Okay, this thing comes like a theory and you don't know. It's hard for you to. So that thing even didn't touch me that much. Then I was like, I never had friends. So let me tell you, being an empath is not easy, and people pleasing is the worst thing you can ever do. I've never come for myself and love myself the way I used to. The way I've never loved myself the way I used to love people, like just people pleasing. And that's why I'm saying self love and self awareness is very important. You should love yourself. You should learn to love yourself again and again and again. And you should always mind on how to love yourself. So that was not even the worst part. Okay. Now I want to show you like how abandoning yourself. Never people please people. For real, never do that. So I come to Turkey and I get a good job like an assistant chef. This video, I'm going to re-edit it. I'm doing it for the future. By in 6 months, I believe my channel will have grown, and I'll come back here and show you reviews on the story, and it's gonna be a testimony. I believe the way I've started like this procrastination on things that make me to come back because of not doing the right things. I want it to end. Today actually is the first day I want to come through for myself, and I want this video to be an evidence. Okay, I come to Turkey. I get a job like an assistant chef. I used to do in a place called Granada Luxury Belek in Antalya, Turkey. It's on the coastal part and near Mediterranean Sea. Actually, it's in Mediterranean Sea area. So I get a job there called Granada, and I used to do in kitchen mutfak. Used to do like they call me. Okay, I'll attach a photo of me being in that hotel working there. It's a very nice place and a very comfy place. So I work there, and later, okay, there was okay. I had friends. I had good people. Like they were nice. I can't complain about. But now the challenges I face. Sorry for that. But now I want to say this whole story because I know it might take too long, but I wanna say it. So I go to Belek, and then this guy called me a chef. He tells me you are supposed to go and work to the beach. I told him no, my job post is in the kitchen. At least just talk to my other big chef and tell her. Then this guy insists, no, it's you. They have said with the big chef you're supposed to go to the beach. So I didn't have an option, so I went because of the language barrier. Plus, I didn't have internet by that time. I could not even defend myself because even the big chef could not understand me because of it's okay. So God. So this guy, I go to him and he takes me to. Hey, sorry, I'm yawning. Oof. I want this thing to come out. I guess I have to do this video part 2. Bye bye, love you.